Alright, welcome you guys to my channel. It's Barnabas Monese. Alright, so today is a continuation for mathematics O level paper 2 2025 November. So it's a continuation. This is section A, number 3, part C. Okay, so the question says calculate the simple interest if $6,000 is invested at 7.5% per annum for a period of 5 years. So the first thing we have to do is we have to identify the figures that we have and know what do they represent. Okay, so this is the principal, this is the man, the total amount we are planning to invest. Then this is the percentage that is being charged after a period of what? Of this one is, so this one is time, so this is our rate. Okay, so by identifying these things, we will just deduce the formula, then we'll just do the substitution, then we get the answer. Okay, so let's try it. So here we are asking to calculate the simple interest. So the formula for simple interest is interest is equals to principal times rate times time over 100. Okay, so after doing this one, the only thing that is left is substitution. So we have to take all these values and substitute in this equation so that we get our interest. Okay, so here is interest is equals to principal is 6,000, so becomes 6,000 multiplied by rate is 7.5 multiplied by time, which is 5 years, divided by 100. So we do the calculation. So let me use the calculator. So here it's 6,000 multiplied by 7.5 multiplied by 5 divided by 100. So it gives us it's 2,250, gives us 2,250. So this will be our simple interest. Okay, so it's very easy. So before attempting any question, you have to read it 2 or 3 times so that you get to understand what it requires you to find. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, so let's move to the next part, which is number 3 part G. Okay, so let's move to part G. Okay, so part G, a bank offers loans to farmers at a compound interest rate of 4.5% per annum. Calculate the total amount to be paid by a farmer who borrows 45,000 of a period of 5 years. Okay, so here we ask you to calculate the compound interest, this one. So our question says a bank offers loans to farmers at a compound interest rate of 4.5% per annum. Calculate the total amount to be paid by a farmer who borrows this amount, which is 4,500. Set 4 is 4,500, 45,000 I mean, 45,000 for a period of 5 years. Okay, so here we have to identify the values that we have here. So this is our principal, this is our time, this is our rate. But here the formula for calculating compound interest, it differs from the formula to calculate simple interest. Okay, so here the formula is compound interest is equals to principal times 1 plus r over 100 to the power of n. Okay, here p represents the principal, here r is the rate, then n is the number of years, or it represents time, which is 5 years. Okay, so after that we have to substitute these values in this equation. Therefore it becomes 45,000 here multiplied by 1 plus, this is 4.5 over 100 to the power 5. Okay, then after that we just use the calculator to calculate the compound interest. Okay, so let's use the calculator. Yeah, it's 5 years, so it becomes 45,000 here. 45,000 1 2 3 multiplied by open bracket, then it's a 45,000 multiplied by 1 plus 4.5 over 100 close bracket to the power of 5. So it becomes what? It becomes, so here it becomes what? It becomes 56,078 what? Dollars. So this will be our amount. This is the amount to be, this is the compound interest. Okay, so this is how we calculate. So it differs from the simple interest. So for the compound interest we use this formula, then for the simple interest we use this formula, principal times rate times time over 100. Okay, so I think it's very easy, it's very clear, and it's direct to the point. So let's move to the next question. Okay, so I said this was part D, so this was number 3 part D. Okay, so let's move to question number 4. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, to comment. What types of topic do you want us to create next? So this allows us to know exactly what do you want. So please comment your topic in the comment section so that we can arrange for the videos for the specific topics you are requesting. Okay, so let's move to number 4A. So this is number 4A. It is given that it is given that 3 2 A 4. So this is a matrix plus 2 open bracket minus 2, yes 4, yes B, yes negative 5 is equal to yes negative 1, yes 10, yes C, here is 15. Okay, then the question says find, then part 1, find A. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to understand the properties and the characteristics of matrices. Okay, so this is a matrix. Okay, let's look at the first part. This is a matrix. So a matrix is made up of 2 parts. It is made up of rows and columns. So these are the rows and these are the columns. So an element can only add or subtract a member that is at the same position as it is. So this is at the same position as this one. So if we add this one and this one, we add each other. but we don't add this one from the first column with the number in the second column. It's impossible. So we add the numbers at the same position. We add the numbers or the elements of the same position in matrices, or we subtract the numbers at the same position in matrices. Okay, so I think it's now clear. So let's try to solve our problem. So here it says find the element A, find the value of A. So here is A. So A is in the second column, in the first row, second column. This is the first row, this is the second column. So it means it will add with the number in the same position. This is the same position, this is the same position. So we have to add this one, we add this one, we add this one. Okay, so that we can get the value of, we get the value of A. So let's move. So here it becomes A plus this 2 multiplies whatever inside the bracket, because this is a scalar, it multiplies everything inside the bracket. So it becomes 2 by 4, it becomes 8. It gives us 8 is equal to 15. Okay, so A is equal to 15 minus 8. Therefore A becomes 7. This will be our final answer. Okay, so let's move to part 2. Part 2, it says find B. Okay, so we have to calculate the value of B. B is in the first column, but in the second row, first column, second row. So it means it is affected by this and this and this. So it means it's 2 plus 2 by B, it becomes 2B is equal to 10. Okay, so after that we collect the like terms, because this is now a linear equation. So we take these 2 to the opposite side, so it gives us 2B is equal to 10 minus 2. So it's 2B is equal to 10 minus 2 is 8. Here we divide by 2, here by 2. Then B is equal to 4. Okay, very easy. Then find letter C. How do we get letter C? Letter C is in the second column, second row. Okay, so this is the position, this is the position, this is the position. So it becomes 2 plus 2 by negative 5, it becomes negative 10 is equal to C. So 2 minus 10 gives us minus 8 is equal to C. Therefore C is equal to minus 8. So these are all our answers. I think it's now clear. Okay, let's move. Okay, let's move to part B. Number 4. 4 part B. Okay, so matrix M is equal to 6, 3, 1, 3. Okay, and N is equal to 7 minus 3. Okay, so this is what we have right now. Then our question says find M N. Okay, so here we are asked to calculate the value of Mn. Mn means what? It means multiplication. We have to multiply this matrix by this one. But there are rules we are supposed to use when it comes to the multiplication of what? Of matrices. What is it? So here in matrices, we multiply a matrix by another matrix by use the concept of row and column operation. Row and column operation. So here we have 2 rows here and 2 columns. So it means this one is a square matrix. But here is we have 2 rows and 1 column. So it's a rectangular matrix. Okay. So what do? We have to multiply this one and this one. Okay, let's do it. So here is 6, 3, 1, 3. multiplied by 7 minus 3. Okay, so it's row by column, so it's row by column, so it gives us 7 minus 3. Okay, so it's row by column, so it's row by column, so it gives us 6 row, this row by this column, this row by this column again. 6 by what? 6 by 7 plus what? 3 by minus 3. Okay, here is 1 by what? 1 by 7 plus what? Plus 3 by minus 3. This is what we do. Okay, so is equal to 6 by 7 is what? It's 42. Okay, plus what? Plus minus 9. Okay, then after that 1 plus here we get what? Here we get 7. Here we get what? Here we get minus 9. Okay, so this is what we do. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, so here after that we have to multiply, sorry, we have to subtract, we have to add this one, but here is now direct, these are now directed numbers. So what do? We just say 42 minus 9. After that we take the sign of the bigger number, which is this one is the big number, this one is the bigger number. Okay, then here is 7 minus 9, we just say 9 minus 7, then we take the sign of the bigger number, so it gives us 33. Here it gives us negative 2. So this will be our final answer. Okay, so it's very clear. So this is how we do all these things. Okay, so let's move to